I'd be pumped if he beat me.
Okay, these guys are trying to leave here, and I had to interrupt a nice conversation between teammates Davi Millsaps and Kevin Benoit here. But Davey, interesting day for you. Well, interesting may not be the word you're going to want to use, but
it was interesting. It was interesting for sure. I mean, the rules are the rules, I guess. You know, a little harsh, I think. You know, when you can't see the red cross flag, you know, and you know, similar situation happened this year, you know, in Supercross, which is, I feel, quite a bit bigger, in my opinion. And you know, someone gets docked 2 positions, not 10. I mean, I think 10's a little steep.
Was there a conversation about what the docking was, or is that the written rule?
The rule is the rule due to the fact that when I guess Colton got landed on.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They made it 10 now, and I told him, I said, dude, like, you have to think, you know, if I would have seen it, I would have stopped. You know, I would have rolled the jump. I mean, I've been doing red cross flags longer than they've been had in this series. You know, like, I know red cross flags. So, but at the end of the day, it's the rules are the rules, and, you know, 11-1. It sucks because it was realistically the first time in an outdoor national, whether it be the States or here, that I've ever gone 1-1. And they took it from me. So, it is what it is.
Now, what's that? Was that in over by the beer garden? There's that the double step?
Basically, when you did the start, you went right and you went down that tabletop right there.
Okay, I didn't see that because there was another red cross.
No one saw it.
All right, now hey, now I know we're fired up here and I like it. It's good, but so now that means you've lost the points lead now.
Yeah.
The red plate's gone. What's going to happen there?
I got to get it back. End of story. I mean, I got to get it back. That's what we're here for. You know, we're not here to get second. We're not here to get third. We're here to win. You know, I'm in it for the long haul, and you know, all the BS that goes on, you just got to leave it behind. You know, those guys are just doing their job, but you know, it reminds me of the amateur days. You know, it's not necessarily the guys who inflicted the penalty, but the guys who brought it up for sure. But you know, it's teams are teams, and those guys will be those guys. So.
All right, now I got to ask you this too. That second moto there, you had again. You must look back in your rearview mirror and see the number 2 there. Did you know he was coming or something?
I mean, I knew it was him because I just had passed him, so I knew he was there, and I could see the other 2 Yamahas, and that was really about it. So obviously I knew, you know, Colton was behind me the whole moto, and you know, we put a good pace on. You know, we both charged the entire moto, and pretty much I felt like we put a big gap on everyone, and you know, I was pretty pissed off of the first moto, so I wanted to go for it, and I gave it all I had.
Okay, now I got to ask you this too. South of the border, Ryan Dungey has an injury. There was talks about, oh man, are they going to call up Davey? Hey, you got to come back and race, take his spot. Is there any talk of that, or you're staying up here?
There's no talk of that as of the moment. After this weekend, I'd probably go, but you know, it's. I think KTM wanted me up here pretty bad for this, so I'm going to stick it out for the remainder of the 8 rounds, and then race in the States all next year. So if they call me, you know, then we'll talk about it for sure. But I doubt they will, just because, you know, we have everything set up already up here, and I'm actually enjoying it. I like how laid back it is, and I like how, you know, everyone's cordial with each other, and you know, I can yell at the referees, and you know, they just take it. So.
We're Canadian.
That's right. They're Canadian. But no, all in all, you know, I know they're doing the jobs, and you know, I just you know, like I told them, I said the rule should be to where it's the, you know, 10 positions or to their, you know, discretion. You know, just because of the way it was right there. You know, I think their discretion. If they wanted to dock me 3 positions, I would have been fine with that. You know. I wouldn't even, you know, batted an eye. I'd have been completely fine. I would have understood, but I don't understand 10 positions. You know, that's unheard of. You know, not even in the U.S. do you get docked 10 positions. You get docked a couple. So, you know, the next time I do it, supposedly I get docked the whole race. So, I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, if they don't put them where they're going to be seen, where we can see them better, then there's going to be a lot of fights going on.
I gotta ask you, like, this is after the fact now, is there any kind of an appeal process? Like, can you talk about it?
They wouldn't even let us see the film, to be honest with you. So, I think they know they made a bad decision. Just because no one had wheels on the ground, and that flag is wheels on the ground. No one had wheels on the ground, but Gerke and I are the only ones that saw it last minute. I don't even think I didn't see it till I was in the air, and I barely cleared the jump, and since I cleared it is why I got docked. But if I would have came up short or shown that I was trying to brake, then I would have been fine. But since I didn't show any signs of that, because I couldn't see the flag, I got docked in position. So, I mean, I think they know they made a bad call on that, but at the end of the day, the rules are the rules.
Okay, it's bottom line is it sucks for you, obviously. But hey, I just kind of interrupted you having a good talk with your teammate Kevin. I know it was good. You're trying to get him fired up and want to get him going out there. What are you telling him?
Telling him to go. He's two-time MX2 champ. It's his first year riding the big bikes, and he is riding with a bunch of fast dudes. But the day that he can, realize that he belongs up there with us, when that happens, he'll be up there with us. He is a great rider. He has a lot of skill on a bike, and he rides the 450 really well. So he just has to believe in himself a little bit more, and when that happens, I think hopefully it's next year when I'm gone. And, I think he's going to give all these guys up here a run for the money and for the championship next year, hands down, in years to come.
Nice, man. Hey, I appreciate you having these chats with us, and I'm going to keep bugging you because you're an interesting guy to talk to. You tell it like it is. It's kind of fun to chat. But hey, thanks for sponsors, man. We'll let you get the heck out of here.
No, I mean, obviously, KT and Thor Racing. They gave me a great opportunity to come up here and have some fun with all you Canadians and ride some tracks I've never ridden before. Arrow, GoPro. Scott, just everyone that's helped me get up here and has stood behind me. So my whole family at home for sure. They're kind of mad right now too. So I gotta go break the news to my son that Daddy's not coming home with the trophy. So. But yeah, that's about it, man. Okay, hey, have a great week. The next round is actually downtown Calgary. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, I've heard, and I've been flying into Calgary the last 2 weekends. So, what's the third one? All right, man. Have a good week. See you there. Yeah, see you guys.